What is going on, guys? I want to make this video to talk to you guys about why I am now gluten-free and how I feel since going gluten-free. To give you guys a little bit of background, starting in my early 20s, I would have reactions to foods that I eat. It wouldn't happen every time, it was kind of sporadically, but my face would get really flushed, my skin would kind of get red and splotchy, and sometimes my lips would feel burning. And it wasn't something that like I knew exactly what triggered it, but it just kept happening. And then over the years, the symptoms kind of progressed from the face flushing, my lips burning, sometimes my eye would be really itchy, eyes watering, nose running, and these symptoms just kept progressing and progressing as the years went on. I have had 3 allergy tests, 1 skin prick test, and 2 blood tests. Now the blood tests are supposed to be more accurate than the skin prick test, and all 3 tests showed up negative. Nothing. I'm allergic to nothing. So it's been a little frustrating trying to figure out what is it that keeps causing me to have these reactions. Now fast forward to the fall time, I started getting kind of dizzy and brain fog after eating, a little bit of like what I felt was heart palpitations, and my doctor just passed it off as anxiety. And I too felt like maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was anxiety. I do have a lot going on in my life, so maybe I'm just feeling anxious. Around Thanksgiving is when I started feeling like sick to my stomach after I ate, like just feeling not very good, feeling very like lethargic and weighed down. And then about a month ago, I started having belly bloat, which my stomach kind of bloated out like a balloon and would be really hard, and I would have a really bad sharp pain in the very middle of my stomach. So I looked it up online, and I read a lot about these sound like symptoms of gluten intolerance. So I thought maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a gluten intolerance. I never thought about it before. I've never tried that before. So I decided to go ahead and try not eating gluten. I also have talked to my endocrinologist about my symptoms, and she did agree that it sounded like it was a gluten intolerance. For the past 3.5 weeks, I have been gluten-free, and since then, I have felt a huge difference. I don't feel any of the bloating. I don't feel sick to my stomach. I have none of the brain fog. I haven't had any reactions to my skin or lips at all. So going gluten-free so far for me has been really good. I've actually lost a few pounds, which has been really great. I will say, if you're going gluten-free for the diet reasons, there's a few things that maybe you should know. Number one, going gluten-free can get a little expensive, especially if you're buying products that are processed that are gluten-free. They tend to be higher. I remember like a few weeks ago, I bought a gluten-free cupcake and it was $5 for the cupcake. So for 1 cupcake. So gluten-free can be a little more expensive. Also too, if you eat a lot of processed foods that are labeled as gluten-free, they tend to have a higher glycemic index, which can lead to weight gain. So I actually tend to eat more clean and not so many processed foods. So far I have found it to actually be pretty easy for me to switch to gluten-free. Most places, if you go out to eat, just ask them if they have a gluten-free menu. A lot of them do, or at least gluten-free options. So that is that. I just really wanted to take the time to explain to you guys why I'm eating gluten-free, and just explain to the fact that I'm not necessarily doing it for weight loss or, because it's a new fad or anything like that. I'm actually doing it for health reasons, and I wanted just to share that with you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.